Hey everybody, I wanted to welcome you. This is Ellen Hensley. She's a very good friend of mine. We call ourselves sisters now because we have become such good friends through this process. We just wanted to talk a little bit about Ellen's journey. She has lost 238 pounds, and next week will be her 2-year anniversary of working with me and becoming friends and more than just co-workers. So welcome everybody, and I will join in on the conversation. All right, so Ellen, like I just said, you've lost 238 pounds since you joined my challenge group in February of 2015. Tell me why you said yes when I asked, because I'm sure you've tried other things before.
I have, because you, Melissa, came up to me in such a non-threatening way, and I think it was just I was ready at that time. And every step of the way, you have been with me. I didn't feel threatened by you or anything. I've had people come up to me in public and just put their little weight loss card down while I'm eating supper with my kids and say, "You'll contact me when you're ready." And that was just devastating to me to have that. But I never felt that way with you.
Wow.
You were just, I mean, it was like you really wanted to help me.
Absolutely.
And you didn't want to judge me, you wanted to help me.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's been my goal in all of this. And it's hard because when you do a job like this, sometimes I think people, it can come across the wrong way. And I've always had a heart for helping people, and that's been my number one goal. I had no idea about the cards being put down before you. I can't imagine. I can't imagine.
It was in front of my children too, which was even more devastating.
Yes,
yeah.
Absolutely. Well, I think just, in my opinion, God put me in the right place to ask at the time that He did, and He put that on my heart. And I've asked lots of people, and I've had lots of people say no to this. It's not the right timing. It's not the right program for them. For whatever reason, they've said no to me many times, and sometimes I stop asking, but many times I do just kind of gently ask again, because I know sometimes things change and you get to that point where you are ready.
Right.
But I never want to assume that that people need my help. I try to gently ask them if they would like to join me in this journey, because it's a journey myself that I'm still on, even after 2.5 years, and I feel like it's not a journey that'll ever end. I mean, for me, this will always be a challenge. It'll be a challenge to keep my weight where I want it. But this community's meant a lot to me and has really helped me, so I'm glad it's helped you as well.
It has, tremendously.
What do you think made this different, though, from other things you tried? Like, what have you done before?
Can I name programs?
Yeah.
Okay. I've tried Weight Watchers, which it worked. It's just I don't know. It's just it wasn't the motivation that I get with this group. This group is real supporting. It's people that's been where I am or still going through those struggles. Weight Watchers didn't have the support. I think their system's different now maybe, but they didn't have the support. These challenge groups have really made a difference to me. I'm in a group with people that they're struggling. Every day is a struggle for some people. It's gotten easier for me to where all I want is to be healthy, and I crave those healthy foods. I don't crave all the junk food that I used to eat.
That changes over time. It's interesting how that process happens.
And I never got that way with Weight Watchers. They kind of push those prepackaged foods, which are unhealthy. They're full of sodium, and at that time I was drinking diet drinks, which I think increased my cravings for sweets. I went cold turkey on the diet drinks. I never thought I could do that.
That's wonderful.
Yeah, and I think Shakeology helped me with that.
Absolutely.
That helped with my sweet cravings. I don't have those anymore. It helps with my appetite, gives me energy, and I think that's a big part of it.
Same story here, and I've not had that reaction from every single person that's tried it, but the majority of people that try it and use it over the long haul have found that exact same thing, where your cravings are decreased. There's scientific evidence behind that they've done with studies on that. And some of that's just getting good nutrition. It might not necessarily always be the Shakeology as much as just you've changed your composition of what you're eating.
Yes, I believe that.
And you're getting good nutrition.
Yeah, because I eat more food now than I ever have.
Yeah.
It wouldn't, a normal day for me would be to go to work, on the way in, pick up some McDonald's breakfast, lunchtime, go get McDonald's breakfast, supper, on the way home, McDonald's breakfast. And I was never, ever satisfied. And I know that is all junk food, and that was just the way my life was for a while. And it's not that hard to do this. It is not that hard. Do your meal prepping, and it makes life so much easier. There's some days that I don't have I don't even have an appetite anymore. I mean, food is good to me. It's just like before I was constantly hungry. I don't want to say that I don't have an appetite, because there are times like after I work out I do feel
Sure.
like I need something, but it's not that
The
constantly
cravings
feeling
aren't
yeah
there.
that constantly feeling hungry,
Yeah.
which I was on any program that I was on before. I mean, I've done the Atkins, I've done Weight Watchers. Richard Simmons, I have to say, is the closest to this program, and I did until I got pregnant. You know, when I was doing his program, but his, you know, I have to say, I think he was the start of all this.
Well, good.
But
His deal meal.
yes, yeah, it was deal
yeah,
meal.
deal meal.
Yeah, and I've tried other things, you know, low fat, low calorie, to where
But
I
they
was
all leave you hungry.
they
and they
left
all
me
leave you
starving.
unsatisfied.
unsatisfied,
Absolutely.
and I didn't feel. I just didn't feel the way I do now. I feel energized every day. I feel energized.
Did you have the energy to exercise when you were starting this program?
No, I did not. And there was days I'd come home and just go straight to bed, and I might stay in bed for a day because I had no energy and I hurt so bad. My whole body hurt. I thought I was going to have knee surgery, back surgery, and now I don't feel that way. You know, I have occasional aches and pains like everybody does, you know, with the weather changing and everything, but nothing like before. I mean, I was on prescription pain pills for a while.
Okay.
And you know, I weaned myself off that just because I don't want to be on those anymore. There may be a day I take them to leave, just, you know,
Sure.
but like anybody would. But most of the time, I am pain free and be able to do these exercise programs. But at first, no, I couldn't do it. It took me several weeks to finally say, I'm not going to get any better if I don't get up and press play. So I sat on the couch the first time, pressed play, and watched
Tell
it.
me that.
And I was like, if they can do it, I can do it. I watched the modifier, and I was like, if I can't do her modification, I'm just going to stand there and march in place, or whatever was better than what I was doing laying in bed. Yeah, it was more exercise than that. And before long, you know, I still, you know, there's occasional times I have to modify just because it's a new program, or, you know, I've had surgery on my hand and it's a little weaker. I'm working on that. But for the most part, I'm keeping up with it. And I had not done the 21-day fix for a little while. I've jumped around, done some other